Chapter 3, Toad's First Flight. "Couldn't we just see if he's stirring?" asked Portly, whose mouth was watering at the sight of the breakfast they had cooked. "Well," began the Otter, whose good intentions to let the rat sleep were weakening before the scent of food. It was enough, and Portly and Mole's nephew were out of the kitchen in a flash and gently pulling the blankets from the bed where Rat had slept. "He's not here," said Portly. "The door's open and he's gone." "Gone?" cried the poor Otter. "Gone?" The briefest of examinations of the mole's quarters and the open door showed it to be true, and with beating heart and a terrible feeling of apprehension, the Otter rushed outside, the others following him. Oh dear, he said, pointing at the rat's unmistakable tracks in the melting snow. "He's gone back to the river." "But why? And why didn't he tell us?" "I fear the worst, the very worst," said the Otter in an anguished voice. "I should have watched over him. I should have thought, overwrought by Mole's past, troubled by nightmares and dark thoughts. There can be no doubt that he has gone back to the river." "Well, at least he can swim," said Nephew practically. "I think we should follow him as fast as we can." "That's sensible," said the Otter, brought back a little way towards reality. "That's intelligent. That's mole-like. That's what we'll do." With that, all three made their way down towards the river as fast as they could go, slushing through the melting snow and mud underfoot, and looking earnestly ahead as if that might help bring the river in sight all the sooner. As it was, the journey seemed to be endless, but there finally was the bank before them, with the river beyond it, now almost clear of ice. "Rat's not here," cried out the Otter. "Too distressed to live without his friend. Ratty has—" Otter fell silent as Mole's nephew pointed down the steep bank to the river's edge itself, where, among the sedges and detritus of winter, they saw a most remarkable sight. It was the water rat, sitting with his hind paws dangling in the icy water, though he did not seem to notice that at all. His head was high and his eyes were closed, and he seemed to be scenting at the air. Then he bent his head sideways and a little lower, as if he was listening to the river sounds, whilst his front paws were gesticulating gently in little fits and starts. "What's he doing?" asked Portly. The Otter stared dumbfounded, signaling to the others to be very quiet. All three sat down to watch and wait in silence, and as they did so the beauty of the clear winter morning and the gentle gurgle and murmur of the river, running now with snow thaw and higher than normal, though not yet dangerous or violent, overtook them all. "I've only seen him down this once before, and it is a rare privilege for us to be witness to it," whispered the Otter. "This is something you'll never be able to tell your children." "This is something you'll be able to tell your children and your grandchildren you saw. Water Rat is communing with the river. She's talking to him, and he's talking to her, and I have no doubt at all that it is about Mole they are speaking. Now, however long it takes, we shall stay here very quietly, so as not to disturb either of them." The sun rose slowly. Small white clouds appeared high in the sky. Water dripped from the branches of trees high and low, all through the wood, and, falling in the secret places of grass and fern, withered twig and hidden lichen turned into 1,000 jewels of light, which glistened and shone like lights of hope. At last the rat's eyes opened, and his front paws stilled and stretched up towards the sky. He yawned, shivered, withdrew his hind paws from the water, and looked about as if in a daze and uncertain where he was. For a long time he stared at the flowing water, so dark and dreadful the night before, now filled with the bright winter light of the sky above. He looked upstream to the right and downstream to the left, and slowly scratched his head. Then he turned and looked up at the bank where Otter and the others sat so silently. He nodded and smiled, as if to say that he had known they were there, and was grateful they had not interrupted him, yet on his face there was also a look of concern. "It's Mole," he said at last. "I know now that he's alive, for the river has told me so. But he's not well, and may need our help, so we must try to find him. Now listen, Otter, I think I know what we must do. We must search for him and leave no place along the bank unturned downstream from here to the weir. Beyond that is the wide world, and though it may be that is where he is, for that I cannot tell, it is too far for us to search. Now this is what we're going to do." A new look had come to Rat's face now, a familiar look, a look which told all who saw it that this was the water rat who got things done. This is not a task we can hope to do all by ourselves. We need help, and a lot of it. Otter, you and Portly will stay this side of the river and rouse the rabbits, who, though foolish, owe much to Mole and are his friends. You can get them to begin searching along the bank, starting here and working their way slowly down towards the island. He said this last... Why can't I read that? He said this last reverentially, for all knew the island as a holy place. Meanwhile, Mole's nephew and I will go to Badger's house in the wild wood, for the time has come to seek his help. Like most animals, he does not like being disturbed in winter, but I am sure that he will not object in such dire circumstances as these. In any case, we'll need his help if the weasels and stoats... Weasels and stoats? Declared Portly, frowning in consternation. Yes, them, said the rat without remorse. Badger will order those miserable, conniving animals to help, and though I expect they'll do it reluctantly, they'll do it all the same. How will we get to Badger? Asked Mole's nephew. Leave that to me, said the rat. Off you go, Otter, and remember that though Mole's safe for now, he might not always be. What about Mr. Toad? Said the Otter. We could send someone up to Toad Hall and ask. Toad, said the rat dubiously. Toad is the last person we need in this kind of crisis. I know he is much from the bad old days, but he would perhaps favor us best by staying securely in Toad Hall. So get going, you two, and you stay here. With that, Rat skipped down to the water's edge, broke off the last lingering piece of ice, and disappeared beneath the surface of the water, his passage to the other side marked only by a few bubbles that surfaced and were swept off downstream. He reappeared for a moment to catch his breath, and then was gone again till a short time later. He climbed swiftly up the other side. Then, with barely a pause, he had gone up to his own home, untied his boat, and hauled it upstream a little more before pushing it out into the water and sculling it expertly across to where Mole's nephew stood. Catch this rope and hold it fast, he cried. Then, without a pause, Mole's nephew was hauled unceremoniously into the boat, and they were off upstream. I would have had to move the boat to its winter mooring anyway, said the rat, panting as he rowed, for the current was strong. So doing it now makes sense. I'll moor it up by Otter's house. Not far from there, there's a special way through the wild wood, direct to Badger's. He won't mind us using it, I'm sure. It seemed to Mole's nephew that it was a long haul and a dangerous one, for the river was growing higher and swifter by the moment, and though the rat kept them near the bank, where the current was gentler, the going became even harder. Not far now, grunted the rat, not far. But it seemed a very long time before they finally reached Otter's house, going a good way past it before the rat risked turning the boat across stream, and then, with strong and purposeful strokes, as the boat was caught by the full force of the current, he pulled it through and over to the other side, right to the mooring itself. There, said Rat with satisfaction. Now you can take the painter and leap out, like a good chap. Yes, now and quickly. Mole's nephew did as he was told, but uneasily, for he was, after all, an earth-bound animal, and had not yet discovered the joys of the river, in which Mole himself had sometimes spoken. Rat followed him out, and together they hauled the boat up the bank and well clear of the water, for as the rat said, you can never tell with the river how high it will come, or quite where. Now let's make her fast. But just as he was about to do so, they heard the strangest, most ominous of sounds from somewhere further upstream. A rasp and a roar, then silence, then a dull chugging sound, then silence again, then a distant cough and splutter. Oh, I know what it is. And then a sudden brief roar once more. What's that? Asked Mole's nephew. I have no idea, said the water rat, but whatever it is, it's up to no good. Yes, but... You might well say yes, but, considering where that comes... Sorry. Yes, but... You might well say yes, but, considering where that sound comes from, said the rat. You mean? Yes, I do mean, said the rat, very grimly indeed. That sound, whatever it is, comes from Toad Hall. Which means that Toad himself is one way or another the cause of it, which in turn means it ought to be investigated. Toad may be altered these days, but I have never been as hopeful as Badger about that. Temptation is a dreadful thing where the weak-willed are concerned, and I hope that ominous sound does not signal some backsliding or other by Toad. I greatly fear he is up to no good. No good at all. But we have a crisis on our hands, and for now it is better that we imagine that we have not heard it, and made our way without more ado to Badger's house, in the hope that Toad will continue to be good. With that, and the matter of Toad having so put him out of countenance, that the water rat quite forgot to make his boat fast, and instead let the rope slip out of his hand onto the grass, the two animals headed off towards the wild wood. Now, why would he do that? It was a very long time since the rat had ventured into one of the passages that Badger's forebears had made centuries before, from what was now his home to the edge of the wild wood, so it was no easy task to find where it began. Or rather ends, muttered the rat, as he poked about in yet another clump of damp and prickly undergrowth. For what we're looking for is really an escape route. Badger said there were several, but the one I'm looking for is the only one I have ever been shown. That was years ago when I first met Mole. When I first met Mole, repeated poor rat to himself, remembering those... Oh my gosh, I've never heard of this word. Hold up. I'm sorry. Okay. Remembering those Halcyon days. We gotta look that up. Sorry, I don't interrupt, but we gotta look that up. Okay. When all had been well, he might have yielded to the tears that wished to flow, but suddenly from the general direction of Toad Hall, that throaty, unpleasant, roaring sound came forth again and put resolve and purpose back into the rat's eyes. We shall find the entrance, he said, frowning and searching all the harder. Couldn't we go by the surface way? Said Mole's nephew. Not in winter, no, far too dangerous. There's more than weasels and stoats in the wild wood. That's why Badger keeps his escape routes repaired and ready. Anyway, although the snow's melting fast, the last place of all where it thaws is in the wild wood itself, so the going would be hard in there. No, we'll find... Here it is, look! He pushed aside some old creepers, dug under some brushwood and dead leaves, and there, well hidden among some ancient tree roots, was the entrance. They forced their way through the creepers into the cold and musty air of the passage. Then the rat pulled a candle from his bag, lit it, and led them along a damp and airless tunnel, from whose arched roof water dripped most ominously. Bother, said the rat, stopping suddenly some time later. I don't believe I tied up that boat of mine properly. That's what comes of talking about Toad. It's the effect he has on others. Well, we're too far up the tunnel now, and finding Mole is more important. On they stumbled by the flickering light, growing colder by the moment, and soon losing all sense of time and direction. The tunnel seemed to go on forever, but at last they reached a stout door with massive hinges, set into the enormous roots of an oak, on which the rat banged as hard as he could. Bang, bang, bang. How the sound echoed about them, so loud that Mole's nephew covered his ears when Rat knocked again, even louder. Perhaps he's asleep. Oh. Perhaps he's asleep. Of course he's asleep, said the rat, but Mr. Badger will not mind being woken up to advise us how best to find Mole. Mind you, I don't expect he'll be in the best of tempers when he comes, so suddenly, loudly, even ferociously, the great door was pulled open, and a stream of light quite blinded the two animals. As if that was not enough, Mr. Badger stood hugely over them, a great wooden cudgel in his right paw, and roared, How dare anybody use this or bang on my, and come, it's us, Badger. Rat, and Mole, said Badger. Not Mole properly. Not Mole proper, no, said the rat. Well, Rat and not Mole, then. Don't you know I'm asleep? I'm not to be woken. I'm not at home. It's winter, and... Please, Badger, don't shut the door on us, said the rat, for the Badger was in the process of doing so, having held his bright lantern in their faces, and peered at them severely. Can you give me one good reason why I should not close the door and send you packing? Growled the Badger, opening it wider again and looking at them just a shade more kindly. I can and I will, said the rat stoutly. It's Mole. He's lost, and perhaps lost forever. He fell through the ice on the river. Badger, we need your help. It was the best that the rat could do before the tears he had fought back for so long overtook him. Badger, My dear Ratty, said Badger in a very different voice. And you too, he added to Mole's nephew. You come out of that cold tunnel. I must say it was very clever of you to remember how to find it. And tell me what's happened. Come on. He guided them into his warm chambers, closed the door, and putting a huge paw on their shoulders, led them into his large, untidy parlor, where a huge log fire, scented with crab-apple wood, burned merrily away. "Now, in a moment I'll get you a drink, but first tell me quickly what's happened so that I can think about it as I put on the kettle." They told him what they could, and then as they drank the warming drink he made, and their teeth stopped chattering, they answered the many careful questions he asked. "But to me," he said finally, "the most important thing of all that you've said is that you think that the river was trying to tell you that Mole's alive. Every creature hereabouts knows how well you understand the river, and would believe as I do that if you say it tells you Mole is alive, then Mole is alive." "Only just alive," corrected the water rat. "We shall institute a search for Mole forthwith, and all the animals of the wildwood, yes, even the weasels and the stoats shall help." "But Badger, I know we need them as well for great... But, Badger, I know we need them as well for so great an undertaking," said the rat, who felt much better for talking to Badger and hearing all that the wise animal had said. "But they have never been very cooperative, and lately," interrupted Badger, they have been getting above themselves once more. It is no good relying on their good nature, for they have none, that I have ever seen. No, we must threaten them. We must intimidate them." Badger banged a gong that stood near the fireside, and in no time at all a couple of hedgehogs appeared. Hedgehogs. "Go and get the weasel. You know the one I mean, and while you're at it, summon that wretched stoat. Leave this to me, water rat, and in no time at all they'll be as servile as rabbits and a lot more use. But don't be weak with them, not for a moment, no. Take as your example the splendid way Mole himself dealt with them in those days when we had to wrest Toad Hall back from their miserable paws. Do you remember?" "I do, Badger." Whatever the hedgehog said to the chiefs among the weasels and stoats must have been very frightening, for very soon several weasels and more than enough stoats were knocking at Badger's door, and only too eager to help. "Now listen," said Badger, "this is an emergency, and although the fearsome water rat and myself know very well that there are some of you who have reason not to like us, and even less the mighty Mole, remember that we treated you fairly in times gone by, when we might have been a great deal more harsh. Now, the Mole is in trouble, and the chance has come for you to finally redeem yourselves. The first one of you who succeeds in finding Moles alive and well, and brings him to my home, or to rats or otters, whichever is nearest, that first one, and a friend of his choosing." The greedy weasels and acquisitive stoats slid their snouts nearer, all the better to hear what the Badger would offer them as reward, but Badger was rather stuck for words, for he lived but modestly, and had little in the way of goods or chattels which were worth parting with. The ever resourceful water rat came to his rescue and said, "That weasel, or that stoat, and his friend shall as reward have that which very few creatures in the wildwood have ever had." "Which is?" hissed one of the stoats, as all the others, weasels and stoats alike, slid even nearer. "Which is," said the water rat grandly, before pausing for full effect, "high tea with Mr. Badger himself at his own table." There was an odd gasp from most of the weasels and stoats, though not quite all, for one of the boldest of the stoats, scenting advantage, had the nerve to whisper, And, faltered the water rat, desperately wondering what more he might offer, for this surely was concession enough. "And a letter of forgiveness from Toad for past wrongs." There was another gasp of awe, though one last weasel, it seemed, remained unimpressed, and held out for more. "In addition to?" he dared add. "In addition to not being driven out of the wild wood," roared the Badger, at which they all fell back upon each other, frightened out of their wits, the negotiations over. After that, and with so great a prize and offer, the weasels and stoats were putty in the rat's paws as he and the Badger led them to the river bank and began the long search downstream from Rat's house, while Mole's nephew led a smaller party by way of the bridge upstream to supplement the otter's work with the rabbits on the other side. All that day they searched, leaving no sedge bank untouched, no piece of driftwood unturned, no old vole hole, or tiny creek or gully unchecked. Then they started at first light the next day, calling a council to discuss matters only when it became increasingly obvious to all concerned that matters were worsening. "The river is still rising," declared the water rat, "and it will go on rising. We have hardly covered a quarter of the ground, and yet, if not by tonight, then certainly by tomorrow, all the places where poor mole might have been washed up, and may even now be lying trapped and calling for help, or perhaps too weak now to call, will be flooded." "Which means," said the badger, "the worst." The rat nodded his head gravely. "It means that our friend, loved by us all," and here even some of the weasels and one or two of the stoats looked genuinely sorry, "will be drowned." But as he said this, there was another of those ominous roaring and splutterings which had been coming from the direction of distant Toad Hall for days past. "What is that?" asked the rat. Badger shrugged, and the others shook their heads. I don't know who's speaking. Just Toad. That's all that it is. Toad making a noisy nuisance of himself. Best to ignore it, whatever it is. Now I ask you all, very seriously indeed, to consider very carefully our difficulty, and to see if one of us, and there are many of us, cannot come up with a solution. There must be a way of... The roaring sound was increasing and fast. There is certain to be... The roaring sound was beginning to shake the very trees. There must! The roaring sound was coming at them like thunder out of a clear sky, rolling and roaring and shaking and terrible, so that the badger's words were utterly drowned, and every weasel and stoat there, and many more besides, dived for cover as the badger, water rat, and mole's nephew turned their startled gaze upriver. But it was not upriver that they needed to look, so much as above river, a few feet above river as it seemed, where a black shadow grew into a dark monster, and that monster into a wild, roaring, unstoppable, rushing thing that flew and sparked and shattered its way through the air right past them and just above the swollen river itself. From which monster, quite unmistakable, even above that earth-shattering roar of engines and propellers and wind through wire, came the triumphant laugh of a creature all their thought and hoped they had long since seen the last of, an ecstatic toad. Then Badger and Water Rat, the only two who dared to keep their eyes open, Mole's nephew yielding to instinct and diving to the ground, saw something more terrible than the braying laughter that they heard. They saw Toad himself waving at them as he poured demonically by, his eyes wide and wild, his mouth open, his hands raised in a salute of unutterable jubilation, as if to make sure that all knew what it was that was rushing by just out of reach and frightening the wits out of every sensible animal for miles around. Then he was gone as suddenly as he had come, away down river, up higher into the sky, the roaring continuing about them after he had gone, and then following after him and fading in his wake, as he and the contraption which carried him rose in a steep climb into the air, higher and higher still, till it was nearly vertical. Then, astonishingly, and now out of earshot, it continued its mesmeric ascent till it slowly, magically, amazingly looped the loop and roared off to become a tiny speck. All was silent when it had gone, and remained silent for a very long time after, as the badger and the rat stared open-mouthed into the distant and now empty sky. The mole's nephew rose shakily to his feet once more. Eventually, first one and then another, and then a third weasel and stoat popped their cowardly heads out of whatever rabbit hole or bramble bush they had escaped into, or up from whatever tree root or mossy bank they had tried to hide behind. Badger looked at Water Rat, and Water Rat looked at Badger. "Are you thinking what I'm thinking, Badger?" "I am thinking, Water Rat, that what goes up must unfortunately come down, and that when it does, it would be as well if you and I were there to meet it. There to admonish it, and there to permit it to go up again for one purpose only, which is, in the little time we may have left, to help us search the rest of the riverbank where Mole may be." The rat could not have put it better himself, nor did he try to. When the badger was in this mood, there was no stopping him, and no wise animal would have tried. You weasels and stoats continue the search, Water Rat ordered, and report to Mole's nephew what you find. Mr. Badger and I shall go to Toad Hall, where, said the Badger, very grimly indeed, we shall requisition this thing of Toad's, and put it to proper use. There was no more need of words or orders, for the weasels and stoats were very subdued by what they had seen and the thought that wise Mr. Badger and bold Mr. Rat might soon be part of it. Without a backward glance, the two determined animals set off resolutely for Toad Hall. The end. Thank you for listening. What are we saying? Okay, we also need to look up that word, though. Wow, these are a lot of comments. Yo, hey, hi. I want to play Red Dead. Hey. He just keeps saying play Red Dead. I actually do. It's on my list. My brother's playing that right now, but he's playing 2. Eyes. Warning. Oh shit, it's Mole. I know, we need to find Mole. That's so cute that the rat can, like, commune with the river. I love that. Hi. Poor Toad. No, not poor Toad, guys. No. Hang on. The word was, it was like halcyon or halison. Wait, I'm gonna look it up. Hang on. Hosiery? Why are you talking about hosiery? I hope that was the right word. Nope. I know what hosiery is. I've worn it. That's funny. No, because they use that word to describe how, like, peaceful their days used to be. So it's gonna be like something like maybe blissful or like peaceful. The different personalities. Voice is on point. I try. Thank you. What's a mystic word? Wretched? Is that what you're talking about? Oh, wretched? Okay, there's 3. Oh, that's cute. The acting is on point. Thank you. Insert General Grievous. The negotiation. I just watched that. General Kenobi. I can't sound like him. He sounds like a robot lizard, because that's what he is. I love the sound of her voice. Thank you. Master Splinter. Okay. I just watched Revenge of the Sith in theaters. Because, you know, they put it in theaters. I had to. I love that one. Isn't Grievous like a reptile type alien, but like also like cyborg? I don't know. Okay, let me look up this word. Hold on. It was like, let me find it. It's not hosiery. That's so funny. Oh, I didn't even put the bookmark back in. Oh, I just bent the page. I'm so bad. We have a bookmark, Sonny. Sorry. Okay. Alien cyborg. Yeah. And he's kind of like reptilian. I always thought. I can't sound like him. He's like really coughy and raspy. What was I thinking? Toad, we don't feel bad for Toad. He's a dipshit. Sorry. I'm sorry. But he is. Like, he's great and he's a great friend, but then he has this problem with getting obsessed with things, like new obsessions. He goes through like phases. And I mean, that's like all he cares about. Like, his whole world revolves around what he's currently really, they call it like manic. Like, he's obsessed, like crazy. So the first book, if you hung out with me while I read the first book, he was obsessed with like a horse-drawn carriage, like a caravan, and then it switched to an automobile. He was like absolutely obsessed with driving a car, and but still would like, he's so crazy he would like wreck it and not care. Anyway, he's also rich because he lives in Toad Hall. They live in their quaint little houses, and he lives in Toad Hall. So he's like the rich friend. But he like, so like no consequences basically. Like they had to have like an intervention the first book where they were like, you need to stop. You need to calm down. Anyway, so when they're like, yeah, Toad is better than he used to be. Yeah, but he still gets like manic about things. Autistic? I don't know about that. I might be a little autistic. I've always thought, yeah, definitely reptilian eyes for sure. For Grievous. I do the same shit. I used to watch the show when I was a kid. Yes, Saucy! Yes, the show is so good. I grew up on that junk. I agree. So yeah, you think of that when he's like I can't explain other than manic how crazy he gets with stuff. I think, Skylo, I can see you. You're fine. I don't think Oscar would block you unless you did something ridiculous. Damn. Toad is cooked. Toad, give me some facts. It was stop motion. Wait. Nah, Oscar, you're good. It was stop motion. Hang on. Am I thinking of a different show? I want to watch it. I want to watch anything they made for Wind in the Willows. Genuinely. Why? Oh my gosh. Okay, so I don't think that's like a great... Whatever, that's fine. I'm talking to myself. Love it. Yeah, he's a dick. He's got, like, his friends love him. You know, and he's probably about to help them with his airplane, but, like, he's a dick. He's kind of selfish. Okay, hang on. Wind in the Willows. When, like, how old is this show? I want to see it. Oh my gosh, I want to watch this. Okay, this looks awesome, actually. Huh? Hair? What's with the hair? Because it's in a towel? Me? Also, it's really hot. My house, really hot. I'm just gonna, yeah. So, I don't usually wear, I usually look nice for read alouds, but like, had to go with the spaghetti straps today, everybody. I'm really sorry. Okay. Yeah, you do ask every time. Hold on. I want to rewatch Wallace and Gromit. I want to watch the new movie coming. I grew up on that. That's the type of stop motion I freaking love. Like anything made by Aardman. But Wallace and Gromit was the first thing I ever saw. So, yes. Today, no, I haven't washed my hair. It's a record. In 3 days. So since I'm going to work tomorrow, I was like, let me do some leave-in conditioner. I can take it out now, but I braid it, and then, well, actually I don't braid it because it's so short now, but I whoa. I spend the night with this stuff in my hair, and then I wash it tomorrow. I get to wash it tomorrow! I'm so happy. Okay, what was I thinking? Yeah, so don't mind me. It's just greasy as everything right now. But I want to rewatch long hair thing. It's not even that long anymore. I cut it. Love that style too. Oh, Aardman? Yeah. Yeah. Like, stop motion is great already, but Aardman is like, it's so good. I want to rewatch Wallace and Gromit and Chicken Run, and we just rewatched the Pirates, Band of Misfits, Kubo and the Two Strings. I've never heard of that. Yeah, can I watch? Oh my gosh, he's so cute. I just caught a picture of him. Is that the rat? He's cute. Okay, I want to watch this. I want to watch it. Is it on anything? Like, what do you watch it on? Or did you just watch it as like a kid on VHS like I did? Cheese grommet. Sorry. I was looking at the mole. All the animals are cute to me, man. It's nice to... Oh yeah, Skylo, it's real. I'm really glad you got the stream this time. Michael, I've had a really bad day, but now I'm okay. It's like it's been a bad day, but I've somehow stayed in a really good mood all day, and then hanging out with you guys is just better. So don't ask, just say it. Unless it's like you don't want to say it in front of other people, then you should keep it to yourself. But just say it, and then we might judge you. Okay. No, it was on TV. Yo, who's the Land Before? Who's watched it? I hope everyone? That's a good one. I want to rewatch that. Can we rewatch all of our nostalgic things? Oh, you love me. I love you too. Okay. Thank you. Had an alarm go off. I'm sorry, but it's hard to watch the stream. Okay, so you can go ahead and kick that one out. It is ancient. I love ancient things, though, especially from my childhood. Seriously. I'm sorry, why did you have... Oh, no, I can say it. Hold on. No, it's okay. My AC is out. I mean, it's okay now for now. Why'd you do exclamation marks? I just did exclamation marks with my fingers. I'm sorry. No, I woke up... Thank you, by the way, Oscar. I'd like, Jarrett is my friend, but don't say that. You gotta know that crossed the line, no? And I did just explain. So I woke up, my AC was broken again, which, whatever. That's the third time now in a month. But it's not our fault. It's the company's fault. They keep like overlooking things that they should have done and they didn't do and whatever. So I woke up, it's broken. I'm so pissed too, by the way, because I woke up like actually excited to work out and go for my walk. That's usually like, I'm dreading it, but I still make myself do it. So I wake up drenched in sweat, and I guess, I mean, I know this, but sweating like drains your energy too. So I woke up feeling like faint and weak. So that sucked, and hot, and what? Can you kick that guy out too? Thanks. Weak and hot, and yeah, and I still managed to work out, and I didn't go for a walk because it's actually really hot outside, and even taking a cold, like, I mean cold, the coldest it'll go, shower, I was sweating in the shower. That's insane. But anyway, so the guy that came to look at it was actually really cool. And they were able to do like a Band-Aid solution today. So it is going to break again. Thank you, Oscar. So it is going to break again. We just have to wait. I don't know when that's going to happen. It's really great. I love it. But it should be the last time they come out. But every time it's happened, I wake up in 85 degrees. In my house, or 82 degrees, and then throughout the day it gets up to 85, and it's like, and I worked from home today. It was really hot, but I stayed in a really good mood all day somehow. Yeah, probably because the AC guy wasn't rude this time. They were rude last time, dude. Okay, let me catch up. They need to take their time. Yes, I agree. The last guys that came, really rude, and I, like, the whole time I was like, I feel like they're gonna mess something up. So when it broke, I literally was not surprised. Predictable, I guess. They probably didn't do a good job working on the AC for the first time or the second time. Yeah, sweating can be good for your health. It can, unless It can. No, you're so right. Sweating is good, but I think excessive sweating, like when you start feeling faint, I gotta just like keep up with like drinking water. I probably. How hot? I'll be pissed if my AC does not work. Yeah. Yeah, we really take it for granted. It sucks without it. I do this too. Sky. Oh yeah. Everybody stay safe. It sounds like people are getting like stormy weather too right now. Especially Oscar, stay safe. It better be the last time for a while. Yeah. No, I agree. It should be like 5 years before we need any more work done. Do you have... That's a good question. That's a personal question. It's raining a lot. Everybody, it's raining a lot for everybody? What the fuck? No, you're good, you're good. Don't worry about it. I'm not gonna kick that guy out. I think he was just being a dip. You know, like a... Sometimes I just don't complete the word. It makes it funnier to me. I don't know why. I just say dip sometimes. Anyway, yeah, drink water. I have a note right here. And it's been there so long that I forget it's there all the time. But it's there. Sometimes I notice it. I'm actually really good at drinking water though, unless I'm busy. But I am. Well, okay, I'm way better than I used to be. So I probably feel like I'm really good, but I am way better. Let's look up this word. The thing that I think is bullshit is that I open my laptop and I don't turn on my monitor yet. So it's black. My laptop is open. I go to open a new app, and if I was using that app on the monitor last, it opens on the monitor that's black. I feel like if the monitor is black, everything open on the laptop should be on the laptop, no? And I'm sure this is like a settings thing that I can change, but it's just like, okay, I guess I'll turn the monitor on so I can see Chrome. Anyway, I don't know why. Second person I've seen with that reminder. Nice. Nice. Everybody should have that reminder. This summer, it'd be like that. Yeah, does anybody have any summer plans? I don't have. I have two. Last year I really wanted to go on a beach trip. So this year I like made sure we do it. So I went on one beach trip already with my sister. 2 weekends from now, I'm going on a beach trip with my best friends. They live in another state, so I get to see them. And then July, I'm going on a beach trip with my brother, my sister, and her boyfriend. Yeah. That'll be great. Other than that, though, I'm trying to save money. That's the plan for me. It's your screensaver, I'm sure. Yeah, I just don't. I'm like an 80-year-old when it comes to computers, technology, so I gotta figure that out. Gotta visit the beaches. Heck yeah. Dude, I'm sorry, it's simple. I'm very easily pleased, but like nothing tops a beach trip for me. If you're beachside, like if you're on the beach, you just go inside, outside, whenever you want. Go on a, like my walking on the beach anytime, day or night, is the best thing for me. I really like beach walks. So yeah, like, I don't know. I'm sure most people would be like, let's do a beach trip and then some trip in the mountains or something too. I'm like, no, we can just do the beach every time. Let's just keep going to the beach. I'll never get tired of it. I want to live on the beach if it wasn't for like tourism, but yeah. Oh yeah, and a trip without my parents. No offense, mom and dad, but I'm so excited. I've never gone on an actual beach trip without them, and it's just gonna be so laid back and not tense the whole time. I'm so excited. But yeah, it's like that. I'd be exploring I should do that. I should just teach myself. Just fuck around with stuff. just play around with stuff until I figure stuff out. I'm with it. Loki, I've always wanted to visit. You lost me at Australia. I'm not gonna lie. I'm sure they're great people, but the prehistoric size bugs and animals there, I don't think I can do it. But I'm probably being a wimp. It's probably not that bad. It does sound that bad though. And the sunscreen. Yes. Gotta have the sunscreen. This year, I'm gonna show you guys. I don't even care. I'm gonna show you. I got a new swimsuit. Hang on, I'll tell you in a sec. Really? Really, to Australia? Yeah. It sounds awesome, but it sounds like equally scary for me. Because I keep seeing like videos of people just minding their own business in their homes, and something just invades. And they're just like, oh, look at this guy in my house. And I'd be like, you have a whole, I don't know what to call it. What's that thing called? Oh, those are more inland. Okay, let's go to the beach then. Let's go to Australia. Just gotta worry about, yeah. That's why I love the beach. Lobster red. Yeah, you're not kidding, man. Okay. No, you're not kidding. I get so red. I just got red thinking about it. Oh no. I get embarrassingly red so fast. So I do have to be really careful. What is that thing called? Hang on. It's called I used to have this memorized. His name is Aragog. And I'm not a big Harry Potter fan, but Aragog is an acromantula. I swear every time I see a clip of someone chilling in their house in Australia, and then they look over and the wall has this giant, I just think acromantula is in their house. It's not that big, but that's how I would feel if I saw it. I'd be like, it's on my wall. It's a giant spider. A giant spider. Huge spider. Yeah. I love spiders. Don't get me wrong. I don't want to touch them. I don't want them on me. So the bigger, the scarier. Yeah. I could hold like a little jumping spider. Like a little one. But that's all I could do, I think. Near shore, then something's wrong. I'm not as worried about sharks at the beach as I am of jellyfish. Those would hurt. Yeah. Or maybe like stingray. I'm not as worried about sharks though. 8-legged freaks. Like, I respect the crap out of spiders. I'll never kill a spider. So the bigger it is, the harder it is for me to catch it. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Like, okay, like, even, hi, unknown user, I'm amazing, how are you? That's actually his name, I didn't just call him that. Like a whip scorpion. Loved your Spider-Gwen cosplay. Yeah, for sure. I mean, next year I'm gonna do Samus from Metroid. But I still have that costume, yeah. For sure. If I wanted to go to like a Halloween party, I'd probably show up as Gwen. That was a fun one. Usually with spiders and scorpions, the smaller ones are more dangerous. That's true. Well, scorpions for sure, you're right. I don't know about spiders, but... Oh no, that's not good. No, thank you. I'm a scorpion? What does that mean? Do you mean a Scorpio? What was I thinking? I feel like I started 8 sentences and didn't finish them. I was gonna say, oh, I got a new swimsuit. This year I decided, it does depend for spiders, you're right. This year I decided, just so I'm not like constantly adjusting myself, I just want to have fun, not be worried about like, am I about to flash somebody? This year I decided to just get a one piece. So I'm not like falling out of my swimsuit. And oh my gosh, it's so comfortable. I want to stay with One Pieces. They're cute. One Piece. They're cute. And one of them, I got one that's like normal spaghetti straps, and then one of them, I just thought if it's not like super hot to wear, it would be cool to not have to put as much sunscreen on. So I got a long sleeve swimsuit. What? So yeah, we'll see. But I might, like, when I'm on my beach trip, you guys might get some outfit of the day videos of me in a long sleeve one piece. One Piece. I'm an Aries. I've never met an Aries, but you're super cool, so I guess I like Aries. Spiders are a scam. One bite me didn't turn into Spider-Man. I don't like spiders. I love spiders. But I can see why you don't like them. Because they got personalities. Dude, all spiders have personalities. They're so intelligent. Even the tiny little ones. They're so cute. I would totally... Probably. I'd rather have a snake. But I would have a little jumping spider or 5. It'd be fun. Thanks for... I mean, maybe. Not right now, because I don't have AC, but maybe. That would get so hot. Oh my gosh. That thing, so that costume is literally, you step into it, and it's got built-in shoes. They're not shoes, they're like socks. So like, you step into it and your feet are already covered. You get into it, you get your arms in there, and it's got the built-in gloves too, so your hands are now covered. And then it zips all the way up to here. So from here to your actual toes, total coverage. So that thing is a little hot, I'm not gonna lie. Make sure you got the straw hat. Yeah, you already know. That's awesome. You should do a read aloud in the beach. A read aloud on the beach or like in a beach house? Because the beach is probably kind of loud for that. It's really windy. And the water is like roary. I couldn't house small spiders. I need to see them. Yeah. No, that makes sense. I feel that. I would rather have a snake as a pet than a spider. But they are really cute. It's a one piece. Not today, of course. Yes. To the ocean sounds. Oh my gosh, I so agree. I agree. I used to have to put on a certain type of noise. There's like brown noise and pink noise and white noise and a few others. But pink noise was my shit. So I feel that. It sounded a lot like ocean sounds. Yes, the Spider-Gwen costume is really comfortable. I think it's great for Halloween because usually Halloween is kind of chilly, on the chillier side, and I don't want to bring a sweater. So it's kind of perfect. But like right now, yeah, I'd be really hot. But it is comfortable, for sure. The only thing I don't like about it is that your hands are covered. So if you have to like do this, now your hair is like frizzy because all that like nylon fabric just like rubbed through your hair. So I have to like have somebody put my hair in a clip for me once I get the costume on. Because you also can't put your hair up and then put it on. It'll mess your hair up. So yeah, it's a whole thing putting that costume on. But it's fun. Usually I'll yeah, the static. Usually I'll put like a headband on or something so I don't have to be touching my hair. But it's cute. I don't care. Okay, this word, it starts with an H. And I'm fairly sure I know how to spell it, but I just want to make sure. Okay. Halcyon. How? Am I saying that right? There's literally no other way you can say it. Oh, cool. I was right. I was literally right. Hallelujah. That I'm finally looking up the word. Or how do you think it means hallelujah? I'm gonna wait to tell you. Oh, no. Okay, you ready? So I said it probably means something like peaceful or blissful. It's denoting a period of time in the past that was happy and peaceful. Hell yeah. But yeah. What was I thinking? Something about the beach. I don't know. I think you said something about a rat being cute. There's something about anything that's alive to me that I can find it cute. Typical in chat. Oh, type it in chat. Can I type in the chat? I don't think I can. How do you do that? Wait. No. I'm on my phone. Wait, let me just go to the Discord. I got you. It's this. There you go. Yeah, sorry. I just typed in the Discord, but it's Halcyon. Halcyon. I've never heard of that. But, yeah, there's, even if I kind of find it like, I don't want it to touch me, or I don't want to hold it, I can still find pretty much anything alive really cute. And I just, like, want to protect it. Yeah. I don't know. Even if it's, like, inherently kind of gross to look at, I can see, I don't know, I can see, like, the life and the heart in their eyes. Doesn't matter how weird they look. It's like, they have eyes. So I like them. And now I care about them. And I hope nothing bad happens to them. Can't help it. Hi, don't call me that. Thanks. But hi. Yeah, no. It's the idea that if something is ugly, it doesn't deserve to be loved. Hush. Okay, if you have a heart that beats and you look at me with your eyes, I'm gonna like you and I'm gonna care about you and I'm gonna think you're cute. Especially if you're an animal or a bug. I can't help it. A Midwest possum. Possums are adorable. Some things are ugly. Some things are technically ugly. That doesn't mean they're not cute, though. You can be cute and ugly. That's a thing. Even animals. But the important thing is to remember that just because someone else calls you ugly doesn't mean you're ugly. Like, nobody has the power to determine what is ugly, black and white. Because what someone else thinks is ugly, someone else might think is beautiful. Regardless if something is considered ugly or not, I'm probably going to think it's cute. That's just how I be. I don't know. Pescador. What? Hang on, should I be looking up these animals? What is this? A Midwest possum. I can't see my keyboard. Okay. Because possums are freaking cute. Oh my gosh. Did you mean for me to look up a cute animal, or were you saying it's ugly? Because that's the cutest little baby. Look at his eyes. His little eyes are so cute, and his little nose. And his little hands. His little hands. I'm ugly. I'm still. Of course you can. I'm not going to say you're ugly. I have no idea. I think you're awesome. I couldn't even imagine thinking you're ugly. That's any of y'all. I can't imagine. Midwest possum. A blobfish? Now I need to know what that is. Blob. What are you? Dude, this is reminding me of something. This is awesome. Wait, hold on. The what? Wait. The what? Hang on. This is reminding me of something. I'm not gonna rush it. I gotta think of it. Hold on. Patrick? What'd you say, Patrick? What's un Martin Pescador? What is that? Pescador. Ooh, pretty. That's pretty. He looks like he's got gelled hair, like it's like spiked. Okay, sorry. The ugly duckling is adorable. I'm ugly. I still can make the ones I've seen are not cute. The possums you've seen, it's because they make that really scared face where they're like, and that doesn't make them not cute. I just feel bad for them because I know they're just scared. Kid drawings. Yeah, they're ugly but cute. That's true. That's not even true though. Some of them are like beautiful. They're just like chaotic and like you can't figure out, like there's no rhyme or reason to kids' drawings, but sometimes they're like colorful as hell and you can see the creativity in it and stuff. I don't know. It's fun to try to find the beauty in things, I think. But the blobfish is killing me. This is, whoa, he's got some like snot hanging out of the corner of his mouth right there. That's great. It's the nose. It's really the nose. Why'd you say JK? Axolotls are adorable. Don't even come for axolotls. No. This is like, he's cute. He's just like, he looks like Jabba the Hutt. Okay, that's for sure. But the nose has me thinking of something else. Oh my gosh, that's his whole body? Oh, I got it! I got it! Have you guys seen, Wait, I'm just gonna post it. It's Mr. Wait, Watterson is the main character's name. It's Mr. Not me. Over here trying to think of an ugly animal. No, wait, okay, have you guys seen Amazing World of Gumball? Okay, what is the, this is perfect. This is perfect. It's the, he's like the angry neighbor man that they're always messing with. And he's got the big nose. What's his name? It's like Mr. No, Mr. Watterson is the bunny, like the main dad. Yeah, Watterson is like, wait. Right? Gumball Watterson. Yeah. Watterson's the main family. Their neighbor's name is like Mr. Richardson or something. It's like Mr. I just have to, like, you know, you want to test your knowledge. Hang on. Mr. I feel like his name, like his first name is like Gaylord or something old. And then the last name is like Robinson? Is that it? Oh, you got it. Good job. And I got Gaylord. Let's go. Okay, cool. So, yeah, his nose. And the way his frown is like a perfect frown. He looks like a blobfish. That's what I was thinking of. Mixed with Jabba the Hutt. But somehow the blobfish is cute. It is. Look at his little eyes. It's the eyes! It's literally always going to be the eyes. We've just proved it. Because everything about this fish is gross and slimy and blobby. But then his little black eyes. I'm sorry. Look at him, he's so grumpy looking. What if you were eternally grumpy looking? And that's just how you were born looking. That's unfortunate. Nice. Mr. Watterson. Naked mole rat. I already got you. Anything naked is gonna be hard, but I'm still gonna think they're cute. Oscar the Grouch. I love the Muppets. I mean, he's not a Muppet. He's not a Muppet, but you know what I mean. I love all of those. Aww. Oh, look at that picture. It's hard to get past, but look at his little face and his little nose, and he's just looking. He looks like he's smiling at me. His teeth are out there, but. Or search for Luffy the dog. What's an eye? What is that? That's a cute. Okay, Luffy the dog. The dog. Okay, this dog looks like the dog. Wait, this picture is perfect. Oh, is it handicapped? Is he missing a leg? Is that what's going on? It looks like he's going through something. Hold on. It's not ugly. No, because it reminds me. Okay, did you ever see, okay, y'all know Madagascar. If you don't, you can leave. Just right now. Go ahead. Okay, we know Madagascar. Yes? Okay, did you guys ever see the short that they made with the penguins? Like the Christmas short, and the little penguin, what's his name? Private? Yeah. The little cute one. He feels bad for the polar bear at the zoo in New York, so he wants to get it a present for Christmas because no one else is like hanging out with him for Christmas. Wait. Oscar, you've never seen Madagascar? Sorry, I didn't mean to get so high-pitched. You've never seen Madagascar? Can we watch Madagascar? I kid. Okay. Okay. So the penguin is sad for the polar bear. He wants to get it a Christmas present. So they leave, they break out of the zoo, going to look for a present for the polar bear. Okay, then they end up in the old lady's apartment. The old lady that attacks Alex the lion at the train station in the movie. They end up at her apartment, and she's got this evil, I mean like possessed little tiny white fluffy dog, and it's like the cutest dog. It's looking like that dog, and then you turn around when she's not looking, its owner, and he's like evil. You guys remember that? Oh, the dog from Despicable Me. There's a dog. Oh, that's his name is something like Fred or something. What is his name? It's something like that. Yeah, that's what this dog. So Luffy the dog looks like the evil dog in Madagascar. For me. It's so cute though. Look at that face. That's a cute picture. I'm sorry. It is really cute. Obviously, it's not evil. Oh, it's Kyle. No, Kyle's a minion. No? Kyle's such a minion. No, but you're right. I think you're right. It is Kyle. His last name is Gru. That's so cute. So Gru's name isn't even Gru. What is Gru's name? Is it Steve? That's a minion. I was probably thinking that. Kevin. I was thinking of Kevin. Okay. There is no Kyle. You're right. I definitely got one. Do it. A star. Oh, I love star-nosed moles. They're so cute. I already know what those look like. And look at them. They're so cute. Look at that one. That one's cute. I love it. And I will say, like, I'm not a good one to do this with because I just think different looking things are also, like, so cool. Overalls? Minions are pretty ugly. I tried. Yeah, I don't know. It's like, I have like a fascination too with like just anything that looks different from the norm. And his nose is so cool, dude. Look at him. He's just popped out of the ground and he's just looking around. And the way their hands, like, I know they have big, freaky looking nails, but their hands are so cute. When they just like popped out of a hole and they're just like holding onto the ground like this, and their little noses and their little heads, they're just so cute. And I think the way that they don't have ears is like so cute. I love moles. And maybe I'm partial to moles because I was raised on Wind in the Willows, but what is that? Did something get stuck in his nose? That's not good. Ugh. Seahorse? I love seahorses. Did you know that seahorses, that they mate for life? Can you imagine a seahorse seeing another seahorse and making it work? You ever seen a coconut crab? No. I'm so curious. You guys are awesome. Just giving me all these animals to look at. Ooh. Crabs are harder. They look so, like, bug-like. It's hard to see the cuteness. But once I get their eyes, I swear to God, once I get the eyes, I'm like, oh. Yeah, no, seahorses are absolutely adorable. They, like, link their tails together, and they stay together, and then, like, even just, like, alone, their little faces, they look like tiny horses, and they're just so cute, and they're so pretty. Sorry, I feel like I've been really high-pitched this whole time, because animals, they're so cute. Anyway, oh, I love fennec foxes. Wait, hang on, let me look that up. I mean, let me look up the other, hang on. Just hang on. Give me your eyes, crab. I want to see them. Oh, okay. Okay. Look at him. He's just trekking along the beach and he's carrying the heavy ass shell. I almost feel bad for them. He's so cute. Okay. Alright, what are we looking up? That's not a real... I know who that is. Doesn't he have like 3 different forms? I don't know how to say his name. But he's got like the big fat ploopy form, and then he's got like the tough guy looking form, and then he's got... Is it like a baby form? Or is it just like a way bigger? I don't remember. Or is it just the 2 forms? Skylo. Sorry, I should have addressed you. I'm talking to Skylo. Fennec foxes. Oh, is it because he's a crab? No, he's not. Nope, never mind. I'm wrong. I'm not good with Dragon Ball. I'm sorry, I don't know a lot of Dragon Ball stuff. I'm assuming that's Dragon Ball, right? Yeah, it is. That looks just like Dragon Ball. Okay. Fennec. Okay. That is the cutest thing I've ever seen. And I already know the little noises it makes is probably the cutest thing too. Its eyes are jet black. Its ears, it looks like Master Shifu ears. And look at that one. Oh my god, look at that one. They're so pretty. I mean, they're just straight up pretty. They're so cute. That one's so pretty. Its ears are massive. Like, for its little tiny cute little head, the ears are huge. Sorry. What else? A camel. Ooh. Hang on. I've seen those. Yeah, never mind. That's not cute. But it's also not an animal. I know I said bugs. I can't claim that every single bug I'm gonna find cute. Because that one... That's some, like, King Kong shit. You guys ever see King Kong? With, like, Jack Black and Andy Serkis and that other guy. That's freaky. Okay. That's a spider. Oh, it's not that big. They're making it look huge. Still, that. Oh, look at that picture. Ugh. Yeah, that's freaky. The way its face is shaped, it's like. If I saw that, I wouldn't be fucking with that. I'm sorry. It looks like an ant, just in the face, and then it turned into like a massive scorpion crab spider thing. Wow. Okay, I'm getting tingles. Okay. Okay. Coconut crabs are known to eat flesh. Wild. Didn't know that. Just learning all kinds of stuff today. God has a sense of humor. Platypuses are wild. All of the fun facts about platypuses are actually crazy. Like, let me just educate y'all really fast if you didn't know. They're wild. They're like crazy. Hang on. I'm actually baffled by the platypus. Not ugly, but you should look up gray-eared night. Yeah, who said fennec foxes are ugly? Were you just trying to show me something cute? Because that was straight up just cute. And beautiful. Sand cat. Okay, hang on. Hold. And then I got you. Okay. They're egg-laying mammals. That's a contradiction in itself. Only two mammals. One of the only two mammals that lay eggs instead of giving birth. Okay. Venomous spurs on their ankles. Random. Okay. Their bill is highly sensitive. It's a highly sensitive organ filled with electroceptors that help them detect the electric fields of their prey underwater. So they use electricity underwater to hunt prey with their bills. Like, anything else with a bill can't do that. Why that bill? That's crazy. No teeth. Instead, they grind their food with plates in their mouth. Oh, and they use gravel that they scoop up from the river to grind up their food. Because they use rocks and things as teeth to grind up their food. That's crazy. What if we had to do that? Huh. Okay. Biofluorescence. So they glow under ultraviolet light. They just glow. No stomach. They lack a true stomach. Their esophagus connects directly to the intestines. No stomach. That's crazy. They're crazy. Babies. Baby platypuses are called puggles. They are primarily nocturnal. Yeah. So yeah. You didn't even know and you told me to look that up? I knew all of it. No, now you know. It's crazy. Okay, wait, where are we now? Okay. Gray-eared nightjar. I've never heard of that. We're just getting, like, I love this. We're getting, like, a zoology lesson today. Oh my gosh! That's what that's called. I love these. They look straight up like a Pokemon. But better. Like, look at that. Okay, first off, just the way it, like, stationary sits with its, like, and then it's like this, but I don't look that cute, obviously. And it's, like, beak is, and then the way it's, like, it's so cute. The way its ears are just, like, pointed, like, tiny little points right here, and then it, like, goes into a triangle. So its eyes are, like, I can't do it. Look it up. Those are so cute. And then you think it's cute. And then it opens its mouth, and it's just adorable. Like, look at it with its mouth open. That's so cute. I've always loved these. I didn't know it was called that. Why is it called gray-eared if it just has two little... Those aren't even its ears. Those are, like, feathers. Try sandcat. Maybe because other birds don't have things that look like ears. I don't know. Okay. His eyes. The little eyes. And face like structured with the fur. It's like a unique little face shape. That's so cute. Its eyes are so cute. I love cats. Sorry. Ah, look at the little baby. Huh? That's so cute. I love cats. It's menacing. What's menacing? The spider? Probably. Red pandas are so cute. And they're going extinct. Oh, look at a little baby. Oh my gosh. The color pattern, sorry. It's so cute. It's so cute. It blew my mind when I heard they're venomous and poisonous. Yeah, I did not know that. And they glow in the dark. Why don't they have a stomach? And they lay eggs, but they're mammals? But yeah, the poisonous thing, I was like, wait. Platypus? Perry the platypus? Perry be doing Mortal Kombat. What is it? Oh crap. I literally always forget. When you deal your, critical... Is it like your critical hit? Or what is that at the end of a Mortal Kombat fight, right? What is that called? Yeah, King Kong. It literally goes in one hole and out the other. Platypus's name is Spanish. In Spanish is wild? Wait, platypus means wild? That's crazy. I didn't know that. It's called... Oh, I see what you're saying. So ornithoringo means wild, and it also is the name for a platypus. They look like a dragon. I need to catch up. What looks like a dragon? Did you know ravens are so smart? Yes. Yes. Yeah, they're really smart. And they can mimic actual speech, which is really cool. Facts. Fatality. Fatality. Thank you. Thank you. It was something. Yeah. Ouch. The nightjar. Yeah. Wait, hold on. Hang on. Oh, they do. Oh, you're so right. Hold up. Yeah, the way their heads are shaped, and then it's like a... For sure. Yeah, I could totally see that. I got you. I'm still hung up on the blobfish, I'm not gonna lie. I'm just glad I could think of the character I was thinking of that it reminded me of. Anyway. Crazy. I'm gonna also, I was gonna say, I'm sorry for not posting. I know it doesn't matter that much. I don't know how much it matters to anybody. So I'm just gonna go ahead and say, sorry for not posting any outfits this week on Discord, but like last time I tried to, it wouldn't let me post a video no matter how long it was. Like I tried 35 seconds and 30 and 20 and 10 even, and it wouldn't let me. So I'm gonna try again. Yeah, maybe this week it'll let me start posting again, but that's why I did like the longer clips on social media. It doesn't matter, but I just thought I'd say that. Ouch. Yeah. Whoa. Whoa. Sorry. Do you guys ever cross your legs? No, of course not. So when we cross our legs, we get these red spots because our leg was on our other leg for so long. Mine got real red. Wait. Oh, it's like instantly disappearing. Wow. So my best friend is the blackest shade of black you can be. He's awesome. Actually, him and his girlfriend are very dark. And I've been friends with him for like over 10 years. And whenever this no, whenever he's with me, even if it's not like this, he'll always just like sit and poke my skin because it does this. Wait, can you even see it? Yeah, how it kind of like turns white for a second and then goes back to normal. He's like fascinated by my skin. So he'll just sit and poke my skin for an hour. That's an exaggeration. But like his girlfriend will be like, why are you poking her? And he's like, look, it turns colors. It's so funny because his doesn't do that. But anyway, that was a side story. We didn't miss. I did post it here, so that's better than nothing. You're right. That's why I did that. Saw one yesterday. Yep. Yeah, so normally I post like outfits or videos like explaining. It's probably a little much, but I'm a rambler. I would post a video of me like explaining my outfit that day and showing my jewelry and shoes and stuff. And then I would just post a little clip on everything else. So it was like, if you want to see more of that outfit, you can go on Discord. But I just posted them on everything else this week. It's fine. It's just not me talking. I do that sometimes. Yeah, when you lean on your legs. Yeah, it's a thing. It happens every time I cross my legs. It's like those pillows where you like flip the sequins over and it changes colors and you can like, yeah, I know what you're talking about. Color changing. Yeah. I like the rambling. That's nice. That's really nice. You guys are actually, not all of you, like becoming a streamer has been the first time I've ever like not felt annoying with how talkative I am. Thanks, Skylo. Can I ask your opinion? No, we don't need to talk about that. Nope, other than, no, I don't want to talk about it. But I'm on the right side. I'll just put it that way. And we'll just all hope that that's the side that you think is the right side, okay? But it's fucked. It shouldn't be a thing and it should be over and there shouldn't be anything happening. Because it's pure hatred, but whatever, it's fine. It's not. It makes me really angry, so thanks for bringing that up. But it's like, I don't want to hate you for bringing it up, because it's like, it's good to talk about the things that are going on in the world, and we should be talking about things. I just, you know what I mean? But anyway, it's like I want to say, I don't even want to say it. I don't want to say I'm on this side, because there shouldn't be sides, right? Like, it shouldn't have happened in the first place. The whole war that's going on, it shouldn't have even started in the first place, because it's pure, what is it, religious hatred toward one group of people? That's what it is. So it should be over and stopped, and one side is like, we just want to totally overtake these people, not even so we can have their land. They're demolishing everything, wiping everything out, just for the sake of we hate them. That's what it is. It's not even like, there's no equal, no, you're actually just demolishing. It's a freaking genocide. So we should all be on this one side. If there are sides to be on, we should be defending these people, not those. They're wrong. No? Yes. I get angry. I'm sorry. I don't like thinking about it because I get so angry and I can't do anything about it except for speak about it. But speaking about it doesn't make any difference. It just makes everyone angry. But I guess we should be angry. I don't know. Yeah, same thing as always. You know, just another genocide happening while I'm alive, which is great. And you wonder, you know, back then you're like, if I had been alive then, would I have been racist, or would I have joined them in the marches and the what do they call it? Fuck, I'm getting flustered. And you have to hope that if you had been in the middle of that, you would have fought for the right side and defended the people that were being victimized and all that. But now it's going on while I'm alive, in a place that I can't reach, and I can't do anything to help them. But at least I know if I could, I would, right? Because I would. But I can't. I don't know. But like in the 60s, that shit was happening in America. I hope. Back then, if I was the person I am now, like if I had been alive then as the person I am now, and not living in fear like everyone else was, I would have joined the protests and fought alongside the people that were being wronged. I really think I would have. I don't know. But like, I know my grandparents didn't. So how do we know? You don't know. You don't know. I don't know. It's awesome. Yeah, it is World War II shit, for real. Same thing as always. There should be no sides and just be peace. Exactly. Exactly. But it's fine. Can we just, like, try and be better in the future, though? Like, as we get older, we are the future, so if we're better, the future will be better. I hope. Okay, well, thank you. Yeah. You just made me lose my actual train of thought. No, if we could just all do our best to live in love of one another and respect and empathy, please. I know that's such a woman thing to say, but it should just be a human thing to say. We should just try to be more empathetic to each other. Oscar, you're fine. You're fine. Empathetic to each other and loving to each other and respectful of each other. Like, I think if we could just do that, it would just make the world better, but it's never gonna happen. I'll just do my best, you know? And I'll just keep trying to encourage others to do their best. Yeah. Did you hear that, like 200 something sex offenders got arrested? Like, this weekend? And like, from that, over 100 children were rescued? Like, isn't that amazing? That made me really happy. I hope that's actually true and not just something they're trying to distract us with or something, but Skylo, you don't have any say here, my darling. This is my stream. It's okay. I'm not all caps freaking out. So you're fine. It just kind of caught me off guard for a second. Just chill out. He's fine. You're fine. You're fine. You're fine. I am, you know, our God is a God of second chances. I'm not a God. I like to give second chances, okay? But for real, like, don't do that. But thank you. I like my smile too. The lips thing was a little much. Yeah, that's why I made Oscar my moderator and not anybody else, because you can't get too carried away with the power you have being a moderator, or nobody would want to sit and hang out with me. Not that I want just weird creeps commenting weird things hanging out with me, but like that one time you were scared I was gonna block you, but I didn't. Aren't you so glad I didn't now? I'm not gonna block him. That's all. Facts. Yes! Dude, that's amazing. Yeah, okay. Just don't tell Oscar what to do. I tell Oscar what to do. It's okay. Kind of fucked up. What's kind of fucked up? Because, yeah, probably. Everything happening is kind of fucked up. Although the protests have been amazing. That made me so hopeful and encouraged and proud even. There's so many people. Wait. Nothing? Skylar's just freaking out because someone said they like my lips and smile, and I think they were just trying to be nice, and I kind of was like, oh, that just kind of made me lose my train of thought for a second, but Skylar freaked out and was like, all caps, like, Oscar, get that guy, and I just was like, no, you're fine, you're good, don't tell Oscar what to do, he's my mod, not your mod, it's my stream, not your stream, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so, yes, I just heard this today, thank you, Pierce. Just, yeah, don't, the lips thing, it was just a little much, but thanks. Just hope the protests don't turn violent. I know, that's the other thing that's encouraging. They don't seem to have, this weekend, it didn't seem like there was any violence coming from them, which is also actually incredible. I love that. Makes me want to join one next time they have one. The thing is that I'm not in the loop until after it happens. So I had no idea there were protests, or I would have joined one in my city. But whatever. Just keep the compliments. Yes. Yes, I agree. So good to catch your stream. Bye, Saucy. I'm so glad to have seen you. I love you too. I hope I see you next time. Have a good week. Stay safe. Love you. I was talking about something happy before somebody brought up the war. Actually, it's not a war, it's a genocide. But, excuse me. Bye. LA Ben. Yeah, I'm aware. But we don't have to talk about it. I was talking about something happy. What was it? Thank you. What was it? It wasn't animals anymore. Thank you. Bless thee. Bless this, O Lord. Let me go back to before that and see. Okay, my skin changes colors. That's a thing. Change colors. You guys want to see my best friends? I have a picture of them. Blobfishes. The fox is cute. The fox going... No, not the fox. The red panda going... I mean, it's endangered. That's just so sad to me. They're so cute. Look at him. Their tails. All I think of is Master Shifu. So cute. Yeah. You want to see my best friends? Hold on. I don't know. I have an urge to show you my best friends. Hang on. Don't look at my butt. Yeah, that's like unavoidable. Okay, I'm just gonna. Where are they? Oh, they're there. Oh! Is that the only one I have? Dang. Okay, never mind. Yeah, no. Okay. I'm not showing that. Okay, so I thought I had this other picture, but that's... Don't get me started on manatees. Okay. The background. Shut up. No, okay. The picture that I really like of me with them is in my office. This one is cute too. I just don't like how I look, but that's okay. These are my best friends. Look at the cuties. They're just so cute. I love them. They make me happy. Yeah. He's got these dreads. He's been growing these dreads out since I met him. They were like up here. Now they're longer. How's that been that short in 10 years? How fast do dreads grow? Anyway. Yeah, they're cool as hell. They're like the best people you'll ever meet. I wish they were in my state. Can't even take my dog outside. That sucks. My dog won't go outside if it's raining. And I'm like, you haven't peed in 24 hours. And he's such a good boy. He won't pee unless he's outside, but he won't go outside unless it's raining. And I'm like, just pee on the floor, because you're just like concerning me at this point. Yeah. But yeah. I don't know, dude, but when he started dating her, and I met her, I was so nervous to meet her, because, like, I've been his best friend for years, right? And every time I tried to, like, talk to a guy and was like, my best friend's a guy, by the way, I had a guy be like, you can't be friends with him if we date. And I was like, that's funny. Get out of my life then, because I barely know you. I've known him for years. So that's funny. But one guy got, like, crazy insecure about it and was like, okay, well, my last girlfriend cheated on me with her best friend that was a guy. And I was like, okay, that's not me. I'm like, sounds like you still need to heal from that experience, and you don't need to hold that over me, like I'm gonna do that to you. That's funny. No, that's really rough, but I just was like, okay, and that has anything to do with me, how? But, so I was nervous to meet her, because I was worried, you know, if she didn't like me, I wouldn't get to see my best friend as much, or whatever. Dude, right off the bat, and now that it's been years, she became like, okay, I don't want to say that, but it's like she's a woman. I just feel closer to her now than I feel to him, which isn't sad because I still like consider him my best friend, but she's just like my best friend because she's like the best, and so is he. But you know what I'm saying? I love women, okay, and she's just like the coolest. Yeah, I can talk to her about anything. I think it's because she's more talkative. So talking to her doesn't feel as much like I'm rambling. Oh, that's what I was talking about. It doesn't feel as much like I'm rambling with her because she responds and is talkative too. But she's still really good at listening. So I feel like she's listening and responding and into our conversation. He's a therapist. So he's really good at listening, but then he doesn't really say anything back. So I feel like I said too much or something. So honestly, it only took like 2 conversations with her, meeting her, that I was like, okay, I like her. And now I love her. I feel that it's taken me 7 to get to my length. Oh yeah, I forgot you have dreadlocks. That's awesome. I totally forgot that. Weasel has dreadlocks, everybody. True. She gets you. I mean, yeah, there's something about women, like, it's so much easier to bond with another woman than with a man. I think the penis gets in the way. I'm not gonna lie. Just like opposite sexes, it doesn't work as well. Like, you got your bros, right? Like, I just think it's really good and healthy for a guy to have really good guy friends and a girl to have amazing girlfriends. You can't only have friends of the opposite sex. I don't know. I just don't think you could have as good of a support system if it's the opposite sex. But obviously everyone's different, and maybe I'm totally wrong about that, and sexual orientation comes into play there too, so I'm not speaking black and white at all, but I just feel like in general. Oh, you just have long hair. I got you. My hair takes forever to grow. I feel you. Although it used to. Maybe it doesn't anymore. We'll see. I cut it in October, and I think I cut it to like here. So it's so far grown like this much since then. It grows pretty short. But what if the woman was from another country? Doesn't matter, it's a woman. As a man, I don't know how to say that. It's all about, well, that's chill. Well, probably because you're the chillest dude ever, dude. It does depend on the person. I think sex gets in the way a lot. I think, at least in my experience, I have like pretty heavy trust issues because every time I thought a guy was a really good friend to me, as soon as they got the opportunity to shoot their shot or pressure me into something or like force themselves onto me, they did. No hesitation. So it was like the whole time we were never friends. They were just waiting for their chance. So that made me feel like, other than this best friend, this guy, that made me feel like every interaction I have with a man, that's what they're thinking about. And that's sad, I know that can't be true with every man I talk to, but it's just my experience with most men I've talked to, so it's kind of like ingrained in me now, and I have to like get over that so I can actually like be open to getting to know new people that are men. But you guys are awesome. I don't know. I'm trying to recover from those past experiences, so I can practically grow overnight. Oh, I felt that. Dude, my leg hair, it doesn't even matter though. I haven't shaved in like a long time. It like when I walk, I can feel my leg hair like blowing in the wind. Like I can feel the wind like going through it. It kind of feels cool. Dudes, yeah, that's true. Dudes like to compete a lot, yeah. Yeah, the man versus the bear thing is pretty intense. Well, yeah, and I mean experience. No, arranged marriages are terrible. You should know the person you're about to marry. That's insane. Oh my gosh. I'm judging you. Kill arranged marriages. Kill them. They probably end up in abuse. Most of the time, I wouldn't be surprised. Ugh. I have no secrets. Leg hair blowing in the wind. There's a good joke in there somewhere. Okay. What was I thinking? Oh yeah, I was thinking like, yeah, you should learn from your experiences, not make the same mistakes, not trust the same type of people again. If you learned you shouldn't trust them the first time, all that. So you're right, you should go with your experience. It did teach me not to trust everyone I meet right off the bat, which is a great lesson. I don't want to be so closed off with my trust issues that I don't even allow myself to like let someone get to know me. I don't want to be like thinking the worst or expecting the worst from everyone I meet. And I will inevitably do that instinctively, but I want to grow out of that and like have room to also have like hope that maybe this one's different from the past ones. So, I don't know. I've gotten that feeling with a couple people. I don't know. Every time it happens, I don't know. I've gotten that feeling with you guys, like a few of you guys. I've been like, they're actually chill as hell. Like, I'm not uncomfortable at all, and I'm getting blushy. Sorry, I'm blushing talking about you. Sorry, facts. Yeah, no, yeah, it's like, I've gotten that feeling about a couple of y'all, but it's like still in the back of my mind. I'm ready to put the walls back up as soon as I need to. You know, as soon as there's an indication. I'm like, whoop, nope, just kidding, I was wrong, you know? Yeah. I'm not about to, like, even if you have hope in someone, I'm not about to put myself in a position where they could do something similar to what has been done to me before. Kept the grammar. Let's go. Sorry. Not really. And yeah. No, for sure. No, you're right. But, and I'm talking in general. So I will always say there will probably always be exceptions because every person in the whole world is totally different. We all operate very different with our hearts and our minds and everything. So you're right. I'm sure some arranged marriages did turn out well. I just don't like the idea. Like, all I have to think about is what if I had to go through that? Anything anyone's ever told me that they went through. What if I had to do that? And that's all I have to think. And then thinking if I had to go through an arranged marriage, I would want to die. Personally, I don't think I'd have any hope. And, you know, it'd be sad because that's my life now and I'd have to find some hope. And hope that they're great. But, like, I gotta know the person I'm about to spend my whole life with. As someone who almost got married once before, marriage is a very touchy subject for me to think about because I almost was married. So thinking about, I almost married someone that I thought I knew, and turned out I did not know them at all. So thinking about the idea of marrying someone I don't know, never met. Although maybe not all arranged marriages are like that. Maybe you grew up together and it's just been arranged your whole life, so you know it's happening. That's different. That could be different. I could do that. I could fuck with that. But if it's like that, where you've never met them and you meet them on your wedding day, oh my gosh, I'd be terrified. I have a period like mostly a year. Okay, cool. Well, that's cool. I could fuck with that. It's just like, what if you have a whole year and you realize, I don't like this person, but it's still gonna happen. You still have to deal with it. That sucks. But anyway. Yeah, no, Oscar, yeah, like, I don't want to right off the bat be like, well, he's a man, so I can't talk to him. He only wants to have sex with me. I don't want to think like that about every person I meet, so. And it can't be true, right? Or is it? It is. I hate that. No, but it can't. No, but it is. Fuck. Nah. I'm thinking of, like, all the guys that I've... Okay, I'm thinking of all the guys, there's not a lot, but the guys that didn't do what I'm talking about to me, I'm thinking of, like, if they had the chance, would they? And I kept thinking of, like, well, not him, and then I was like, no, he would. I'm sorry. That's really annoying. Sometimes, so when I, one time, no, it's not you. Oh, you can leave? Then why isn't it an arranged marriage? You can leave at any time? It sounded like it was forced. Like, too bad, that's your husband. I don't know anything. I'm so sorry. I just kind of assumed. That's my bad. I'm sorry. No, one time, TMI or whatever, it was like literally like 10 years ago, 11 years ago, I don't know. I tripped acid, right? And never again, oh my gosh. Don't trip acid. Especially if you're me. If you're a rambler and you're not around people that will just let you ramble, and you're an overthinker, and at the time I was also insecure as hell and just went through like a crazy amount of trauma, all of that combined, don't trip. Just don't trip. But I did. So there was this point during the trip where I got like this insane, I got stuck in my head about like being a woman and how it ruins things so much. Like, just being a woman ruins like potential friendships, and it ruins like the mood in the room. So like the reason I got into that was because I was tripping with a group of friends of mine at the time, and they were all guys, and one of them was like the best guy ever, and one of them was like pretty cool, and one of them was the guy that like trips all the time, so he was gonna like make sure we're good, and the other guy was like sober, and he's just kind of like there. Okay, and we're at this dude's house, and we're like, I don't know, fresh out of high school, so he still lives with his mom. And just the whole time, like, we're tripping, so obviously I need to spend, like, we're all spending the night, right? Nothing weird happened. We're just tripping. And the whole time, because I was high, I wasn't even thinking about the fact that if his mom found out I was there, it was like he made it worse. Okay, he's the worst. I just want to put it out there. That guy's the worst. If you're watching this, I don't like you. So, yeah. because of a lot of things, a lot of reasons that you should know. Okay? We're not friends. I never want to see you again. I'm so sorry. I just got really stuck on I don't like you. But for multiple reasons. You mess with my sister, and I don't even care if you messed with me more than once. As soon as you try and touch my sister, get the fuck out. Just go away. But anyway. So, he ruined it because he wasn't straight up with his mom. His mom was cool as hell, so he probably could have been like, she's gonna spend the night with us. She probably would have been like, yep, I like her, she's nice, that's fine. But because he hid that from her and kept it a secret, he's like paranoid the whole night that she's going to at some point find out I'm there. Okay? So, because of that, I don't know, I got stuck in my head like, if I was just another boy, it wouldn't matter. It's just the fact that I'm a woman that you're freaking out if your mom were to find out that I'm here. Okay? And then the mom did end up finding out. She walks into the room and I'm in there. And she did freak out because he didn't tell her I was going to be there. And she walks in and her son has a girl in his room. So then I have an acid panic attack where I'm like, I ruin everything just by being a girl. It sucks. Like, why is that a thing? Why can't we just all hang out? Why does it matter who's a girl and who's a guy? And that's because, I don't know, she probably agrees that, like, it's about sex, dude. It's gonna always be, like, sex will always be a factor. And that sucks. Because, like, if you know me, I don't have any interest having sex with anyone. Right? And I didn't then. So, it just sucked to me that, like, you're just assuming. And maybe she was, like, worried for my safety. That's a whole other thing. Like, maybe she was worried that they just want to have sex with me, and it has nothing to do with the fact that I'm not interested in that. It's just, like, you wouldn't even bat an eye if it was just a group of guys hanging out. It just sucks. I know, I totally know. Like, I would be a little concerned if she walked in and was like, oh, okay, word, that's chill, 2 a.m., you got a girl in your room. I'd be concerned. I'd be like, you're okay with that? But it does just kind of suck that we have to be careful and you have to be safe, and sometimes it's not safe. Like, that's just, if that wasn't a thing, we wouldn't have to worry about it. And it, like, made him worried in the first place to even tell his mom I was going to be there. That's just crazy. I don't know. If I start thinking about it, I get really stuck on it. It's like I'm really happy I'm a woman, but sometimes it just gets in the way of things that I'm like, just consider me, like, asexual. Like, consider me a robot with feelings. Because just, like, pretend like that doesn't even, it's not even there. Might as well, because because nobody's going down there anyway. Okay? So, you know what I mean? I don't know. No, it's a good thing. I don't want anyone down there right now. That's the point. So everyone looking at me should just assume that I don't have anything down there for anyone to want to, you feel me? Interact with. You feel me? Because it's not on the table. It's not an option. Like Barbie. Yeah, like I'm pretty. But like Barbie. It's not an option for you. For anyone. Okay? Kind of wish I could. Dude, what if we could just switch on and off? The way that I've been fighting saying the word genitalia this whole time, what if we could just switch from having it and not having it whenever we want? Oh my gosh, that would actually be so cool. That would solve a lot of problems. I just thought of that. Hang on, okay. You know who you are. Thank you, Oscar. Oscar's always defending me. Rookie mistake. Why you got a girl in here? Yeah. Is that... You don't know the word diminish? I mean, no shame. Look it up, though. It's a good word. My necklaces? Oh, hang on. I got you. Maddie, I'm picking up what you're putting down. Yeah, devalue is a good way to say it, or just, like, belittle yourself. Like, putting yourself down, kind of. So, sadly, I can't tell you where I got them. This one was a gift, and I'm obsessed. This is actually a gift from an ex, but I love it. And then the chain is, like, unique. I think I got this on Shein forever ago, and it still hasn't broken, but I really like it. And then this one, I thrifted in Chicago. I got it for like $10, but I had to get it. Like, look at the details. Okay, it's made of, like, junk. It's made of, like, scrap pieces. I'm obsessed. Like, as soon as I saw it, I had to get it. You already know. Sorry for the close-up. I mean, you could say asexual. I mean, I'm still attracted to people, so I'm not asexual. I'm just celibate. Voluntarily celibate. Okay? If I could just tell people that and they believe me, and be like, oh, weird, then I'm not threatened by her. Why would you be threatened by me? I'm not... If I could say it as, like, a preface to, like, hanging out with someone, which I have. No, if I'm gonna hang out with a guy, which I don't do anymore, I've learned I don't really want to hang out with just one guy alone. But if I do, I preface, like, I make sure they know sex isn't on the table. Don't get excited we're hanging out because you get to do that later at any point. It's never, no. So people know. I still think people don't fully believe me. Like, I'll maybe change my mind in the moment. That's not how it works for me. You love them both? I love them both. Thank you. Oh, thank you so much. Gold, so it was so funny, like, for forever, I couldn't get behind gold. I didn't think it looked that great on me. I could only do silver, and now it's switched. Like, if I ever do silver, it's with, like, mixed metals. And I always do gold. And these are my two absolute favorite necklaces. So, thank you. That's so nice. Nice to meet you, by the way. Thrifting? Yeah. Thrusting. Thrifting? I love thrifting, yeah. You were talking about being able... Yeah, what would that mean? Hang on. Oh, intersex? No, intersex means you have both genitalia, right? Right? If this is gross for some people, I'm so sorry. I kind of talk, like, matter-of-factly and just to the point. I don't care. I'm just talking about science at this point. Anatomy, if you will. I never say if you will. Me too. Wow, that's amazing. Twins. I don't know what it is. And now, obviously, I mean, it depends on my outfit. Like, certain things silver looks better with, but most of the time I go for gold, and I really like mixed metals now. I have a couple, all my watches I thrifted. I have a couple mixed metals watches. I just got a new one. I was gonna do a video. I might do a video tomorrow. I'll just post it on the channel of me. I just got, like, a big, like, thrift haul. Like, I got a couple purses and a couple watches, and I got shoes, but I returned them the next day. So not those. What else did I even buy? Maybe I won't do a video. Did I only get 3 things? Hold on. You should get a gold necklace. Oh, it broke. Do you spend, like, thousands like some people do on those? Or, because that's kind of, no judgment. It's just impractical. I can't imagine. term for not having genitalia depends on the for humans, aphalia. Cool. Oh no, not that. Aphalia. That would be really cool though. Like if you're about to get assaulted or like you just don't want to deal with having a dick for the day or something. You just, bloop, it's gone. I don't know. Hell no. Okay, good. Yeah, you're practical. I knew that. Where do you get your chains? How much are they? You should get another one. It elevates an outfit for sure. Like a solid, tasteful chain. Sad. Sorry to hear. I miss my gold chain too. All of you, get new gold chains. I support it. Diamond earrings. I bet those are so cute. That's awesome. I used to have diamond earrings. I lost one. That was really sad. I don't even know if I kept the other one. They were really pretty. I probably would never wear them now though because they're silver. Or they're like gunmetal. Anyway, they were pretty. Detachable. Detachable genitalia? That wouldn't work for me. That'd be rough too. What if you lost it? No, I don't want all that. I just want like one little switch right here. And it just bloop, bloop, and then it's gone. It's back. I'd lose it if it was detachable. Eh. Also, what is that? A hysterectomy when you... No, that's like your uterus and your ovaries, right? Never mind. I will... Oh, that's an asset. Yeah. Yeah, get a new one. Oh, you're talking about order a new... Okay, y'all, I'm getting... I'm getting mixed up. We're either talking about genitalia or gold chains. I'm sorry. That's the dollar. Yeah, you're right. You're right. No, it is an asset. You're right. I'm talking about... You're talking about getting a warranty? Get a new one. You can't replace it. You know what I mean? For me, anyway. I don't want a new one. Unless it's like identical down to the very last fiber, then sure, fine. I know, you're talking about gold. I'm flopping between both. It's funny. Ow. Okay. Oh, I was gonna say earlier though, I started to say it, but I had a warranty. I'll never know what we're talking about. But it broke out of that sad. I'm sorry. You should get a new one. I knew a guy that didn't even own a bed frame, and he propped his TV on the box that the TV came in. He didn't have furniture. That's the bottom line. Okay, he slept on a mattress and had a TV. But he was going to take a loan out to get a grill or a chain. And I was like, yeah, you should totally do that. I'll just never, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, priorities, yeah. It's not practical. So, I've just lost just a whole sliver of respect for him. I was gonna say though, before streaming, becoming a streamer, specifically you guys, meeting you guys, but becoming a streamer, was the first time I started feeling like maybe I'm not super annoying because of how talkative I am. So before I met you guys, I never spoke. And I probably did. More than I thought I did. But I was constantly aware of how people didn't want to hear me speak, didn't want to listen, never responded when I spoke, so I felt like no one heard me anyway. So, or I'd get like misunderstood, but mostly I wouldn't even get a response. It was like I didn't even exist and no one could hear me. So I just, for a long time, most of my life until I met you guys. What's that, like 25 years? Wow. So a quarter of a century, I was very quiet, if you can imagine. You guys are great. You really have me, like, actually being myself. I'm very talkative. I have a lot to say. Okay? Get your housing together first before, yeah. Yeah, I mean, you'd think. Yeah. Odds are it's gonna get stolen where you live, where he lived. So maybe don't get that first, but I feel that. You're never annoying. It's a whole new chapter. Yeah. Thanks, Skylo. Thank you. You'll always have. Yay, thanks. No, it is really cool though. Yeah. But, yeah, total new chapter. I'm a whole, I don't want to say I'm a whole different person. I'm actually myself though now. I feel it. It's really cool. And still growing into it, but I used to really feel like I'm not being myself, but like I don't know how to be myself. Now I am. It's like, yeah, there's nothing wrong with this actually. Why did I ever feel like I should be myself? But you should always just be yourself. Unless you're a pedophile, and then you should get help. But, yeah. Nikki? Am I Nikki? Or are you Nikki? I love that for you. No. Yeah, get help or literally just turn yourself in. Like, just confess at that point. Even if you haven't even done anything yet. Just be like, I like to look at little people. That sounds like dwarves. Sorry. I like to look at... I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm saying everything wrong. It's getting late. People with dwarfism, not dwarves. I like to look at children. Just go to a police station and say that, even if you haven't done anything with a child, before you get carried away, knowing yourself, just turn yourself in. Get the help you need, you know? Be responsible. I don't know. I'd actually have, like, I'd still be angry at you for even thinking about children like that, but I'd have, like, a sliver of respect for you for, like, acknowledging that about yourself and turning yourself in. What's with the... Yeah, anyway. But you're right. There's something actually wrong with your brain, and I don't have a whole lot of hope that pedophiles can grow out of that tendency. I think you're just kind of a bad... I don't know how to say it. You're not a bad person. You are. But it's like you're definitely sick. There's something wrong up here. You shouldn't be around children. So you probably just shouldn't be around anyone. I don't know. But, like, obviously I can't judge. But I can judge that. It's really hard to navigate. It's actually really hard to navigate. It's like, I don't have hope that you could get over that, though. Yeah, sometimes it is caused by, like, childhood trauma. So maybe if you did get the help you need early on in your life, you could heal from that and maybe grow out of that. But I don't know. I've never witnessed a real life case of someone getting over that, so I don't know. If you have the thought, yeah. If you even see a child in any type of light that you're attracted to them, no. Anyone that even makes the argument of, like, children, or anyone, it doesn't even matter how old, anyone getting assaulted, right, or abused, especially when it's a child, and people try to use the argument of, like, well, what were they wearing? me just take a breath on that one. No, that's why they usually get put. Yeah. Solitude. Also solitude to save them from getting killed in prison or something, for sure. Because that'll happen. That's evil. No, but I'm so sorry. But the people that say, what were they wearing? You're just as bad. You're not just as bad. But you're bad in another way. Because it's like, it doesn't matter what they were wearing. If you look at those, this is such a sad topic. I'm so sorry. I'm very passionate about this. I'm gonna cry. I feel really strongly about this one. If you see those exhibitions, okay, where no, never. But it's like, it's not the motive. They argue like, well, what were they wearing, as a way to say that maybe it was the girl's fault or the victim's fault for tempting the abuser or the attacker. But if you see these, and by the way, if child abuse wasn't a thing, it still wouldn't matter what they were wearing. If you see these exhibitions that they put on where it's like, it's what a lot of different victims were wearing at the time of their assault, there are straight up baby clothes hanging up. There are little girl dresses. There are burqas. Okay. And there are shorts and tank tops and other things. It doesn't matter. It's been so many times, it's been proven so many times, it doesn't matter what they were wearing. They could be straight up from the neck to the toe covered, no skin showing, face covered, and they still would get assaulted. So has nothing to do with anything about the victim. It's only the heart and motive of the attacker. Only. The only problem is the attacker. We should not be focused on the victim. Okay? We should be focused on getting the victim the support they need to move past what happened to them. But when it comes to dealing out blame and punishment and consequence, only focus on the attacker, man. Like, that should be, and I know you guys, like, this is a ramble. This is a rant. I know you guys know this. That's why we're friends. But I'm just like, for the 4 people watching, anyone who watches later, if you've ever wondered, if you've ever tried to rationalize, justify, reason with yourself, well, oh, maybe I saw that little girl in that way because she was wearing a cute outfit, or she like was bending over in front of me or something, you're sick. No, it's just you. You're just messed up. It has nothing to do with that little girl. It's all you. So just go to the police, please, for all of our sakes. I wonder if she saw... Yeah, I saw the storytelling. Thank you. You didn't say the other 2 reasons, though. You still kept that one vague. But thank you. Anyway, yeah. So we went through 2 topics that make me really angry tonight. And I didn't cry! How'd I do that? Honestly, I think it's because I've, like, talked about them so much. No, thought about. Sorry, I haven't even talked about them. I've talked about them a lot with my sister. But I think it's because I've thought about these things so much that I still get really heated and passionate and angry about it. But at the same time, there's a part of me that's just kind of numb thinking about it. Now I'm gonna cry. How can someone think about it? Yeah, I don't know. I don't try to understand. You shouldn't try to understand. There's nothing to understand other than the fact that it shouldn't be happening. Newborns. get assaulted within minutes of being alive. That's actually messed up. Aside from the messed up 5-year-old stuff, newborns. Anyway, yeah, I think the part of me just feeling like numb to it, because it's like the world we live in, it's like inevitable. And that's the most messed up part of it. Like, it will never stop as long as humans are alive. And I love that this weekend we arrested 200 of them and rescued 100 kids, but like, that's not nearly as many as there actually are. Anyway, blah. But I've thought about it so much, I think I can talk about it and not burst out crying every time. But if I think about it for too long, I'm gonna start crying. The low-key creepy thing is at the mall in my area, there used to be human trafficking posters for awareness of it. Oh, wow. Wow. How you doing? I'm amazing. How are you? No, it's the part where I start thinking about like how big of a problem it is in the world and how common it is. Like, I posted something about this online. It's 1 in every 4 women, 1 in every 8 children, I think it's 8, and 1 in every 16 or 18 men have been assaulted. So like, most of the people you've met in your life have probably been through something like that. And that, when I start thinking about that, ugh, that fucks me up, man. That's bad. And the thought of like hearing about it and just being like, oh, I'm not surprised. That's the saddest thing. You know? I don't know. Nah. I don't know. Yeah. So if you've ever wondered, you know, if that random girl, you know, she probably has. Don't ask her. But if she ever tells you, I'm not surprised. Yeah. You know, I was talking to my coworker about it. She's the best. So I talked to her about everything. She's actually so cool. And I just kind of was, I was talking about, I think I've talked to you guys about it, where I've got a family member who openly talks about pedophiles and sometimes rape victim. Oh, I just said the word. I'm so sorry. Oh. Hey, I was doing so good. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I was doing really good. I'm sorry. I never said it before. Okay, I'm sorry. I don't know how to put like a warning. Shit. I'm so sorry. I just like delete this stream and read the chapter again. Wait, I don't want anyone to hear that. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to say that out loud. I'm not. If someone else watches this and I just said that without warning them that I was about to say it, then it could trigger someone and really mess someone up, and I don't want to do that. I'm so sorry. I'm really sorry. Okay, anyway. I usually
just say assault. I'm so sorry. That just kind of slipped out. I don't mean to be freaking out right now. I'm so sorry. I just don't want to have that effect on anybody. I'm really sorry. Okay, that's fine. I'm fine. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm usually really careful about that. Anyway. Sorry. My face looks really bad. Sorry. Ugh. Okay. Should I delete the stream? Like, this was a good conversation for us, but should I just take that completely out of existence and, like, do the chapter again one day, or... It's fine. I don't know. I don't know. I'll have to think about that. Anyway, okay. I was trying to say there's a family member of mine who just openly talks about victims of assault. One time they said if a victim ever speaks up about being assaulted, then they're just trying to get attention. And he knows that I've been assaulted. So I really wanted to say, so when I told you about my experience, you thought I was just trying to get attention. So basically, I was telling my coworker about that, and in doing that, I just kind of like, I'm really open about my experiences, you guys know. So I just kind of mentioned that I've been assaulted, and just the way that she also so carelessly was like, oh girl, you know, me too, I got you, and I'm just like, yep, not surprised. It's just sad. And it's always someone that I think is like the coolest, and then they've been through that too, and I'm like, but nobody deserves it. It's really sad. Every time you find out another friend of yours has gone through that, it's really hard. So. Honestly, on the low, I don't think anybody actually watches my streams all the way through like you guys do. And I don't think I could trigger you guys by saying that, which is nice. Unless you haven't told me that it did trigger you, but it's fine. Men don't share. It's not emasculating. We should want to share more. I mean, I wish it felt more safe, and you had more places where you felt more open to sharing that, because secrets hold power. So the more you talk about what you've been through, the less power it holds on you. That is so true. I really believe that. It's like once you bring it to the light and at least tell one person, just talk about it with one person, it just doesn't have much power over you. And it does take time. I mean, before I would, hi. Like really soon after it happened, for probably like 5 years after it happened, I couldn't even hear the R word, let alone say it, or talk about it. But hearing the word, that's why I got so upset just now, because back when when that experience was more fresh for me, it was a lot, like it just happened, right? It's been years now, But I was in a point in my life where if anyone said that around me, I would have a panic attack and I'd get really upset. And so I know firsthand that it has a lot of power over a lot of people, and it does have a really big effect and a really bad effect on a lot of people. So I don't want to cause that for anybody just by hearing the word. So, yeah. That's why I got so upset. You could probably say I care, but I just know how it feels. Because, I don't know, if you've never been through that, you have no idea. Don't assume you know if anyone has or hasn't been through it, but if you've never been through it, you have no idea. So just the word is like, it just brings back all the horror. It's straight up horror and terror and yeah, and pain. It's a lot of pain. So yeah, so I just know how it feels. Thank you. I really try. I try to think about other people's feelings, especially how I affect other people, like the effect that I have on other people. That is a big deal to me. So, and you should, as a streamer. I know I'm not a big famous streamer, but like, if you have any kind of platform, that comes with a responsibility. Like, you should want to be sensitive to how your words and actions have an effect on your viewers. But you should be like that as a person anyway. You know, how you affect other people. But I just think it's a big responsibility if you're gonna be online and spend time with people and stuff. But yeah. Everyone's experience is different. It's very true. It's so interesting, isn't it? Like, I'm trying to think of a lighthearted experience. But it's very true. I don't, like, even like eating an ice cream cone. I might have more sensitive teeth than you. And it's just a whole different experience. Like, I have to eat it a different way or be more careful the way I eat it. That's a really weird way, like, thing to think of just now. But, like, even that, everyone's experience is totally different. So true. I don't think stuff should be censored. I know, and it's like, if I am going to use a really sensitive word, I usually in the moment think to at least say TMI or spoiler or trigger warning or something, and then I say it. But like, that time it really just slipped out and I caught myself off guard even, and I was like, oh my gosh, I just said it. So yeah. But you're right. I mean, I think also like being afraid to say the word is giving it more power too. That's a hard one. That's a trickier one to navigate because it's like, depending on the setting. If I was like one-on-one in private talking with my best friend about my experience, I can throw around the actual word because I'm talking about my experience and only she can hear me, etc. But if I'm talking to, I don't know how many people are listening, and I don't know who is listening and what they've experienced and how that word might affect them, I should, out of courtesy, respect, and empathy, I should censor myself, right? Yeah. And that's not giving the word more power, it's just being more courteous or considerate to those people. But like, I think my brother said that one, like another brother. He said something like, I don't know why we're afraid to say the word. And I'm like,
I think if I expressly told you it doesn't bother me, then you can say it. If you're talking about how terrible it is or someone else's experience with it or something. But if you know, especially if you know that it would trigger someone specific and you're around them, that's just inconsiderate if you're just gonna throw it around them. Like, I love my family, man. Wow. I do, I really do. But like, I had another family member just throw that word. It just didn't slip out. He used it very intentionally, threw it in there, and I wasn't ready. And that was during that time when it really freaked me out, and it kind of ruined the whole day. And I was like, it was in this context where it was like, that wasn't even a good word to use for what you were using it for. He used it because I've been crying. Also, my AC is kind of half broken right now, so it's really hot in here. Anyway, sorry. Good question. Thanks for asking. There's your context. The stuff I see in here online. So what I say has no power? Just kidding. I do kind of get what you're saying though, but I don't know. The stuff I see online is very real life. It definitely has a lot of power for me. I know. No, no, he used it as a synonym for deprived. You deprived me of something. It was like you deprived me of my breakfast, but he used the R word. And everyone in the room, even the usually insensitive ones, were like, why'd you use that word? That was so unnecessary. It was wild. It's just wild. It's just such a heavy word. That's all. So it's kind of hard to navigate, like, when it should or shouldn't be censored. But I do agree with you. It's we should just be able to say it, but I can also understand how heavy of an effect it has on people, so yeah. It is. No, I'm not sick. Y'all, I know, my whole face changes when I cry. It's like, gotta do the sinus rubs. I'm looking back kind of normal, I'm just really red. On a positive note, movie night was fun. That was a really... I went yesterday and told my siblings about that movie, and I was like, it was like, I can't even explain it. It was really good. And it had me laughing. And the music was so good. Genuinely. It was like every time a song, like, the first 5 seconds a song started, I was like, oh, okay. I was like, getting into every song. Great movie. Yes. No, I didn't. I'm just red. I'm just hot and cray. I really turned red for so many reasons. Legit. So, are we doing Spaceballs next? Or should we take a break from the 80s stuff? Or not? Just getting air fried. She's getting air fried! That's funny. That's the first time I've heard that. Okay, Spaceballs. And now I really want to watch Wallace and Gromit. We're gonna do that soon. I need to see the new movie. Do you guys want to rewatch The Curse of the Were-Rabbit with me? Because I only saw that once. Like, when it was new. So, I need to see that again. I heard it was actually good. I just don't remember.
80s movies are amazing. Yeah, I like to switch it up. But let's do Spaceballs. No, I don't like Grease. Sorry, I don't like Grease. Need to watch The Lord of the... Yes. Yes. 3 hours in this chair, though, would be rough. But yes, I'd love that. I love Lord of the Rings. Oh my gosh. The quotes. Like, every Gandalf line is so, and like some of the Galadriel lines and some of the Aragorn lines. Oh my gosh. They're so like... Ugh. Anyway, sorry. I love Lord of the Rings. I will always... I'm watching Lord of the... So, okay. Last month, I watched Lord of the Rings by myself. This month, I'm currently watching it with my family. We just watched the second one. I'm down to watch it with you while I'm still watching it with them. I could literally watch it anytime. I love it. I only know my passions. I like the one when he says, I wish the ring had never come to me. I wish none of this had ever happened. And Gandalf says, so do all who live to see such times. But that is not for us to decide. All we have to decide is what to do with the time that is given to us. I love that part. Also, when he's like, it's a pity Bilbo never killed Smeagol, or Gollum, he's like, it's a pity he never killed him. And he's like, pity? It was pity that stayed Bilbo's hand. And he basically talks about, like, who are you to choose who should be alive and who should be killed? Da-da-da. That part's amazing, too. You shall not pass. Flame of Unu. The Balrog. I love that part. Fly, you fools. Gandalf. I love that part. I'm sorry. And then the music. Bruh. Whoa. Yeah. Okay, I gotta track this video down. I found a video. Okay, hold on. I need to play that. My brother's playing that right now. I want to play Ghost of Tsushima first, though. I'm sorry. But, I shout that anytime I can. Anyway, I found this video of a live orchestra playing the music when Gandalf falls with the Balrog. When he says, fly, you fools. And then that angelic voice comes in, and she's like, I'm not even gonna try to sing like that. It was a live audience, a live orchestra, and a woman on stage doing that part. It was the best thing I've ever seen. I'm gonna send it to you guys. I'm gonna find it. I should have just sent it to you right then, but oh my gosh, it was so great. I love Lord of the Rings. So did you guys want to watch Curse of the Were-Rabbit? I don't know if I got any answers on that. Did you guys ever see that? That's Wallace and Gromit. I feel like I need to watch it before the new movie comes out. You know? I believe you. I do want to play it. It's on my list. I just have so many things to play. I'm always down. Okay, cool. You haven't seen it? Did you ever watch Wallace and Gromit, though? I love orchestra. Let me just see if I can find the video now. It was so beautiful. No, I'll find it later. It's fine. I have to pee. But, yeah. Yeah, that movie was cool, though. It just wasn't what I was expecting. I don't know what I was expecting. I think I was expecting more than just one flytrap. And I wasn't expecting the flytrap to have that personality or even that voice. Like, it was just like totally different from everything I thought. And I didn't know that actor was in it, and I didn't know that actor had such a crazy strong voice. He was great. I was into it. And her voice was like hard to figure out because it was like but then it was like crazy strong sometimes. And she made really interesting singing faces.
that kind of had me distracted. Am I the only one? Can anyone relate with that? Familiar? Okay, good. I like her. That's just for fun. It was on Broadway. Heck yeah, that's cool. I love that. Got most of the soundtracks. I got most of the soundtracks from the George Lucas saga. Wait, why am I blanking right now? George Lucas, isn't that Star Wars? Yeah, that's what I thought. Why did that sound wrong? Who am I thinking of? Who else is involved in Star Wars? I know, because Lucasfilms. I knew that. George sounded wrong. Anyway, whatever. Star Wars, yeah. The soundtracks are amazing. I love the, is it, I always forget his name. What's his name? John Williams. Perfect. Perfection. I love John Williams. Yeah, Star Wars sucks now. But I like... Technically, I like 1 through 6, but I really like 3. I like episode 3 a lot. Audrey was a flawed character. No. She was wonderful. I loved her character. It was her facial expressions. They just had me distracted. That's all. That's literally it. And, like, her voice was, like, flip-floppy. It was, like, either squeaky or really strong and deep and awesome. I don't know. But she was great. I loved her a lot. And I felt really bad for her. And she kind of got, like, a almost happy ending. Her abusive boyfriend got killed. That was pretty cool. Yeah. I don't know. It was just... No, it's fun. I saw a video of 2 kids. Oh, that's nice. Was it like... No, that's cool. Anyway. I've been holding my pee now for about an hour and a half. And that's the effect you guys have on me. Just kidding. No, it is. I don't want to leave. It's pretty cool. It is pretty cool. But yeah, I should go. Just because it's starting to get to where I can't really control it anymore. I can feel it. I should go. But he even came out and greeted them. Oh, that's so nice! Go me. Okay, well, I just wanna like really express how much I appreciate you guys. Oscar and Wizzle and any of my other friends that are still here, but also the other people watching just for clicking on the video. But like, I can't really ever come close to explaining how awesome y'all are to me and how happy I am that I met you and that we are always hanging out. Every time I hang out with you, I just feel so authentic myself, and I don't feel bad about it, and that's just really cool. So, and we just have, like, even if it's a really heavy, sad, or mad topic, we just have the best talks, and I refuse to end a stream on a bad note, and I always end on a happy note, and I still don't know how to end the stream, but yeah, y'all are really the homies. That's for real. Yeah. Anyway, if you want to be a homie, join the Discord. No, I'm just kidding. But for real, join the Discord. Because, yeah, we'll do another movie night soon. And it'll be Spaceballs. So if you want to see Spaceballs, come join the Discord. Yeah. Sure. Join the clan. Oh, maybe not clan. Okay, so it's funny because my last name starts with a C, right? So my dad would say, let's just say we're called... I'm blank. Okay, let's just say the Griswolds, but pretend it's a C. because that's all I can think of, for Christmas vacation. Okay, Griswold. So at church, because we're a big, massive family, right? So I come from a family of 12 people. We're not Mormon. We're not Catholic. We're just regular. But, 12 people. So at church, when it was time... Patrick! Oh my gosh! How are you? Anyway, nice to see you. At church, whenever it was time to get into the water scenes... Whenever it was time to get into the car to leave, he would say, Griswold clan, load them up. That's what it was, load them up. And he would just yell it so that any of the kids at church, wherever they were, they would hear him and come to the car. So I say clan in the way that he called us a clan. Now I feel like I shouldn't use that word. That didn't feel good saying it, so no, we could say cult. I just don't like cult either. What's another thing we could, a tribe? It could be a tribe. I don't know. You know me. I gotta think of any word that's not problematic. No, cult is cute. I like cult. It's pretty funny. Join the cult. But it's an uplifting, great cult, so won't be able to stay long. Okay. Oh, okay, Patrick, I love you. Thanks for hopping in. I hope I see you next time. How are you? Hi, Pedro from Brazil. The sunny cult. It's pretty sunny. It's not that bad. Anyway, yeah, so, yeah, I just wanted to, I'm always gonna be telling you guys how awesome you are, but you really are, I don't want to say, you're the reason I'm doing so well with myself, but you're a pretty big contribution to it, so, yeah. No, you're awesome. No, but you really are, so. Yeah, just to reiterate, I'm literally always gonna reiterate that, but same, dude. Can't you wait till the AC gets fixed and I maybe fit? Okay, Oscar, I need to actually message you about that. I've been really flaky with you. I'm sorry, but can't you wait till I actually maybe fix my laptop soon too, and we get back into gaming even? Gaming, movies, reading, painting. Yeah, I'm excited. But anyway, yeah, you're awesome. No. Okay, I gotta go for real. I gotta pee. I'm gonna pee myself. Okay. Thanks for hanging out with me. Thanks for sticking around even when I was crying. Thank you. I'm not even gonna say sorry. Thank you. Okay. Yeah. Bye. Shut up. I can't leave. Okay. Bye. I love you guys so much. Yeah, I'll keep you posted on next stream. I'm wanting tomorrow. I'm hoping tomorrow. But join the Discord for updates, and I'm about to pee. Bye. I love you. Bye.